Your phone slips from your hand. The screen shatters. In that instant, your mood crashes, your thoughts spiral, and your day feels ruined. But what if instead you shrugged and said, "It's just glass"? To the Stoics, that wouldn't be apathy, it would be mastery. We live in the most connected, convenience-filled age in human history. Food delivered in minutes, answers at our fingertips, entertainment on demand, and yet stress, anxiety, burnout, and dissatisfaction are epidemic. Why? Because somewhere along the way we forgot something crucial, something the ancient Stoics knew well. Peace is not found in what happens to us, but in how we respond. Ancient wisdom for modern chaos. Stoicism, a school of thought born in ancient Greece and perfected in Rome, was never about emotionless detachment. It was about resilience, clarity, and freedom from suffering through mental discipline. Its central idea is disarmingly simple. You can't control external events. You can only control your reactions. Today, that sounds almost cliché, but in an age where outrage is monetized and every inconvenience is dramatized, it's a radical proposition. You're stuck in traffic. Do you rage or breathe? Your partner forgets something important. Do you accuse or inquire? You fail at something you care about. Do you collapse or learn? The Stoics would say, the choice is always yours. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and unlikely philosopher, wrote privately to himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He ruled a collapsing empire. He watched his children die. And yet he chose calm, not chaos. Reflection, not reaction. That wasn't luck. It was training. What we lost along the way. We forgot the discipline of the mind. Modern culture trains us to avoid discomfort, pursue pleasure, and react emotionally. We're told to chase happiness through control of our schedules, our image, our environment. So when things go wrong, and they always do, we panic, rage, or despair. The Stoics never expected a smooth life. In fact, they assumed life would be hard. The world, they believed, is governed by fate and randomness, but how we act, that's ours. This is a liberating truth. It means we don't need to wait for perfect conditions to be at peace. We forgot that strength isn't loud, it's silent. It's the person who doesn't respond to provocation, who endures criticism without crumbling, who doesn't need to prove anything. We forgot how to suffer well. The tools of the Stoics. Stoicism isn't theoretical, it's practical. The Stoics gave us tools that are still usable in 2025. 1. The dichotomy of control. At the heart of Stoic thought is this: some things are up to us and some are not. Epictetus, a slave who became a teacher, urged his students to separate the two. You can't control the weather, but you can control your attitude. You can't force someone to like you, but you can act with integrity. Before reacting, ask, is this within my control? If yes, take wise action. If no, let it go. This question is a sword that cuts away unnecessary worry. 2. Negative visualization. Premeditatio malorum. It sounds grim, but it's powerful. The Stoics would imagine worst-case scenarios, not to dwell in fear, but to inoculate themselves emotionally. Seneca would imagine losing his wealth, health, or friends. Then, returning to real life, he felt deep appreciation for what remained. Try this. Imagine losing what you take for granted: your eyesight, your partner, your morning walk. Then open your eyes. You'll see the world with more gratitude and less entitlement. 3. voluntary discomfort. To toughen themselves mentally, Stoics would practice going without. They'd sleep on the floor, walk without shoes, eat bland food, not to punish themselves, but to learn. I can endure this. I don't need constant comfort. In a world obsessed with luxury, this is an act of rebellion and freedom. 4. Journaling for clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote his deepest reflections in a personal journal. He questioned his actions, reminded himself of virtues, and reinforced calm. You can do the same. A few honest lines a day can tame the chaos of the mind. Stoicism is not suppression. Critics often misunderstand Stoicism as cold or repressive. But Stoics didn't deny emotion. They just didn't obey it blindly. Anger, fear, grief, these are human. But the Stoics believed that wisdom comes when we respond thoughtfully, not instinctively. As Seneca put it, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. And that remains true. We fear what hasn't happened. We rage over what we can't change. We ruminate over what others think. The Stoics saw all this as unnecessary suffering, and they trained their minds to stop it at the root, reclaiming what was lost. So where does that leave us? It leaves us with a choice. We can continue to be tossed by every wave of fortune, mood, or tweet, or we can reclaim what the Stoics knew. That pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. That we don't control outcomes, only effort. That peace isn't a place we reach, but a practice we build. Stoicism doesn't mean becoming numb, it means becoming unshakable. You don't need a toga or a Roman name, you just need presence, perspective, and the willingness to ask, again and again, is this mine to control? The final lesson. We forgot these truths not because they were hidden, but because they require effort, and yet, in rediscovering them, we find something rare, freedom in any circumstance. So when life next surprises you, disappoints you, or tries to break you, pause, breathe. Remember, the Stoics walked this path long before us. Their voices still echo, and their wisdom is still ours, if we choose to remember. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on the path to wisdom. This is modern Stoicism, where ancient philosophy meets modern life.